Guardians! That's right, Nova Bomb is back, and it's back in a big way. However, this isn't your normal Nova Bomb shenanigans, this is your Reckoning era refresh build in 3 minutes or less. This is going one of two ways, either you're going to get salty in the comments or you're just going to roll with it and have fun. Plus, there's two top tier ways to set this up with an old school and a new school method. But first, it all starts with the skull of the dire Ahamkara. Now the aim here is to essentially try to use Nova Bomb like it's a hybrid ready to go heavy weapon, and the skull absolutely does that. This Red War campaign relic has been largely forgotten about since its lofty days as a meta pick during the season of the Drifter, but with the current state of the sandbox and artifact, it's once again got huge potential. Actual grandeur provides additional damage resistance during Nova Bomb, but the main bit is that it will grant super energy on final blows with your Nova Bomb super. This is capped to 50% with diminishing returns, but getting anywhere between 20% to 45% back is relatively easy. Plus, with how super cooldowns are calculated these days, by essentially dealing any amount of damage automatically granting super energy, it's going to drastically reduce the cooldown so that you can pop them back to back in a ton of combat situations. Now if that wasn't enough, there's tons of ways to boost your super cooldown on top of that. Ashes to Asset is the main mod that I like to mess with in such setups, with two mods granting between 4 to 7% super energy on defeating enemies with a grenade. With Feed the Void aspect equipped to grant Devour, which will heal and grant grenade energy on final blows whilst active, combined with a demolitionist weapon will mean constant back to back grenade uptime and ultimately more boosted super energy. You can go even further with a trifecta of dealer's choice weapons which will grant boosted super energy on final blows with them. A demo headstone bold endings is perfect here, and if you're rocking Prismatic, it'll boost your darkness transcendence energy gain as well. My preference is the Void Vortex grenade which will give you light transcendence energy, but more importantly it synergizes perfectly with the facets of dominance and bravery to both weaken targets and grant volatile rounds to your void weapons such as the embraced identity sniper. This then works perfectly with Expanding Abyss to boost the damage of your Nova Bomb on weakened targets and allows you to pop your super willy-nilly. Then if you chuck in Microcosm, you can add a serious melt factor to chunk your targets like champions and bosses thanks to the paracausal imbuement. The rest of the aspects and fragments are all aimed to boosting the build's viability, with Weaver's Call, Facet of Protection, Facet of Grace adding to your survivability and transcendence ability uptime. Facet of Dawn and Arcane Needle will give you the best availability of Radiant to further boost your damage output by 25%, then when combined with Firepower and Cypher mods to create Orbs of Power, you can boost your weapon of choice with some Weapon Surge mods and also grant even more super energy on collecting these Orbs of Power. In Fireteam environments like Grandmaster Nightfalls, dungeons and even raids, this setup will work a treat and everyone will be wondering what the is going on over there as you're going super mental. Alternatively, there's a void setup for this too, but the premise is just the same, and if you want to try your luck at farming a god roll exotic class item for this build, look for a Spirit of Galanor along with a Spirit of Star Eaters combo to grant super energy and boost Nova Bomb's damage by a massive 70%. This build is just absolutely bonkers and massively slept on. However, if you prefer your builds with a bit more shock and awe, then you'll definitely want to check out this video next.